probably the highest rated matchup of the weekend. We got
Hmm.
number 7 Indiana going to number 3 Oregon at 3:30 on Saturday. This is a sneaky good top 10 game this weekend. Personally, I'm glad we're seeing Indiana, play more real competition earlier in the season. I know they did whatever they wanted to against Illinois, but we'll see if the hype is real once they play, one of the best teams in the country on Saturday afternoon. This game features, two of the most efficient quarterbacks in the country. For Oregon, you have Dante Moore. He's an absolute surgeon with an elite 74.6 percentage of his passes completed. Um, he's the engine of a high octane offense. On the other side of the ball, on the other team, you have Fernando Mendoza. He's right there with an incredible 16 touchdown passes and just one interception. He thrives in those critical scoring areas. The key matchup for this game will be Oregon's offensive line versus Indiana's elite pass rush. Indiana on defense is a havoc machine. They rank eighth in the FBS. I think they average about 3.2 sacks per game. So they got multiple guys, like Isaiah Jones, who has, I think, 3.5 sacks, who can get home easily. Uh, Oregon's offensive line has only allowed one sack all season. So that's going to be an interesting matchup.
Hmm.
The best defense they played before this game against Penn State. The pocket was spotless. So that's really, really interesting. It's going to be a good matchup to see. So, Mash, my question for you, uh, what's the blueprint to win for Indiana?
Yeah. For Indiana, I think the closest that Oregon came to losing was last week, Penn State, two overtimes. So let's look at what Penn State did to almost win the game, right? So I think one of the main things was elite linebacker play, which is needed against a high-powered, not spread offense, but spread like offense, like Oregon likes to do. You'll need the linebacker to not just focus on the run plays or the runner or just spy the quarterback. They have to cover against the pass as well, and so Indiana will definitely have to get their linebackers on that script for when they're on defense. For a team like Indiana, underdog going into a rough environment like Autzen Stadium has become over the last few years, you have to win the turnover battle. They have a lot of takeaways. Their defense does this year, but it's hard to do against a quarterback like Dante Moore, who just does not throw the ball to the wrong team. And I think Fernando Mendoza, he's not the Heisman favorite anymore, but he was at one point, and he has to prove why he even got to that point. He has to keep his composure. That's plain and simple. He can't get he can't let all the quacking get to him, right? But it's easier said than done. Keeping your composure. Like I said, that stadium is loud, but if he wants his team to win, a lot of it falls on Mendoza being level headed. So yeah, that's Indiana has to do a lot. What do you think Oregon has to do in order to win this game?
Sure, sure. So Oregon has to do a couple of things. Um, One key thing they really have to do is eliminate those explosive plays that Indiana hunts for. Oregon's defense is built to be aggressive, without being burned over the top. Uh, they have the number one explosive number of plays allowed, so I think they're going to continue to try to limit that as much as possible. Uh, they also have to force, the Hoosiers to run for short gains. Um, Another thing they may have to do on offense is converting the red zone. The Oregon offense has actually been pretty flawless in terms of finishing drives. So if they continue to do that, I think they'll be fine. They'll do well. Basically, they have to just stay the course, right? Do what you've always done to win games and continue to be efficient, successful. Don't allow anything big time to happen, and you'll win this game. And I think that's why I'm going to pick Oregon to win this one. What's your pick?
Yeah, yep. I'm gonna pick Oregon as well. I think you said it best. Stay the course and do what you've always done. Indiana's gonna have to do a lot. Oregon, just stay with the script and attack with that balanced attack that you've always had. And they should be able to overpower this one.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty, well, we shall see on Saturday. That's pretty much we all have for the show today, guys. We will be back Sunday to cover the results. We'll go over some key plays and see who our biggest winners and losers from Week 7 are. With that being said, thank you.
Thanks for watching First and Short.